Oh,
There's only a few of us that can talk in here, so
Wait, Perry
Just
streaming?
waiting for some last minute people to jump in here.
Perry streaming means I can show off my flamethrower.
oh dear.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the FC meeting. First, we do introductions. So I'll introduce myself, and then the officers in the guild will introduce themselves, the ones that are in this guild, and I'll do some basic explanations and introductions about some other things that we do in the guild as well to anybody that is new to the FC or this is your first time. If you're just now entering the Discord, keep in mind in order to win prizes from the FC for attending the FC meeting, you must be in game in the basement of the FC house for the entirety of the meeting from beginning to end, as well as in Discord to listen. And we do that just to show respect because we're up here trying to give out information and so on. So we would like it if everybody can come and spend the whole time with us at the meeting to learn about some things in the guild or just to come and watch for the promotions at the end and so on. So, again, for those of you that are just now entering the Discord, you do have to be in game in the basement of the FC house for the whole meeting, as well as in the Discord to be eligible to win prizes. So, we are going to start with the introductions. I'm Saturn Return. This is my main character, but you may have seen me on some of my alt characters as well. And I'll go over that in a little bit about the other guilds and my alt characters. I really I like to raid. I like to do social events, and my favorite dungeon in the game is Sastasha. Back in World of Warcraft, I used to like Dead Mines because it was the first introduction to really grouping up with people and understanding the true meaning of an MMO, where you group with other people and do stuff. So now in this game, it is Sastasha. So you may see some funny jokes and whatnot about Sastasha, but it's just I really like the dungeon, and I am always willing to go to any new sprout that has unlocked Sastasha, and it's your first time. I will definitely go with you, and I can tank or I can heal for you if you would like. So we also have another rank that is one below me called the Legacy Officers. They They have been in the guild for almost as long as it's been around, which is a little over 2 years. And also, we have the founder as well. There's 2 founders, and then there are 3 legacy officers. And so I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
I am Warden Dresden. I am one of the founders of this whole menagerie of FCs. I mainly do admin work and behind the scenes type things and all of that. I recently added a bunch of emotes that you guys can check out, but please don't spam.
I guess, am I the only other... No,
Warden
freaking
just
Ware's
went.
here.
Warehawk?
Where's Roy?
Here he is.
yes, I'm here.
Do you want to introduce
Uh,
yourself?
yeah, I guess. I'm Warehawk. I'm recovering from the flu, 2 strains of it, so I'm not hadn't felt real good for a week, but I have been here since the beginning, and I'm pretty much semi-retired right now, so that's it.
So Warehawk's one of the founders of the FC. And then I'm not sure if Komed and Zell are in here, but
You got me. I'll represent all 3 of us because I'm
okay.
currently already committed anyways. I'm Sarah, one of my many alts. We are the 6 feet under, as she likes to call us for some reason.
Geriatrics.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love
Hey,
it.
watch it.
I'm too old to game, but I'm also too young to grow a beard, so I can't win.
Another
But
geriatric joke, and I'm going to kick somebody's ass.
please, I will help you.
Yay, cinnamon.
I am older
Okay.
than I sound and look. I swear. Yeah, I have lots of random alts in the FC, so odds are I probably talked to you before as one of my alts. And Komed is, well, Komed, He likes to play games and stuff like that. And Zell is our guy in charge of all the Discord, or not Discord, the Twitch
Twitch.
and the YouTube channel. And yeah, they're both somewhat active still.
And so sometimes officers can't always attend due to real life. So if you see some of them at some meetings and sometimes not, that's why.
And the important ones
I
are
think
here.
they're working right now.
Anyways,
Yeah.
your geriatric guy in this FC specifically is Warden anyway, so he's the important one. He's here.
Mhm.
How old do you get considered into this geriatric ward?
I'm
I'm getting
only
scared.
I'm 30 technically, so I guess it's pretty young.
Oh God, I'm 33.
Y'all are both puppies.
So to be a legacy officer, somebody who's been in the guild have served as an officer, not just been in the guild, because a lot of people have been in the guild for over a year, but have served as an officer for at least a year, if not almost 2 years. So those are eligible to be legacy officers. But anyway, so if no other ones are around, then we'll go with the regular officers, and this is only for the mortal sword officers, by the way. So if everyone wants to go.
I guess I'll start it off. I'm Hug a Cactus. You may have seen me post a lot of map parties here and there, just occasionally, not too often.
No.
Every night. Aside from running map parties constantly, I also take care of a lot of the gardening for the FC. We grow Fafnirian onions. We grow Cloud's Breath. We grow various other things. That's about it.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll go. I'm Uwu, Owo, or you can call me Akane if that makes you cringe too hard. I host the Screenshot Glamour Contest. I host one once a month. And there are normally guild prizes, but I'm trying to get better prizes. And that's about it for me.
Alright, I guess I'll go next here. I'm Vice Von Buttpants. I do the Sunday Mount Farms for the free company here. Every week we vote on Discord for two winners, either from the A Realm Reborn primals or the Heaven's Ward primals for the pony or the bird mounts. We vote on two of those, and then we run them for 2 hours apiece on Sunday. We actually have two back-to-back or side-to-side runs going on now, so it's actually a little bit easier. So if you're available for, whatever time you're available for each mount run, feel free to sign up if you're interested. Other than that, I'm an Omni crafter, so I'm always willing to craft stuff for anyone in the free company. If you ever need, just send me a message. All I really ever ask for are the materials that go into it, so I'm not breaking my bank crafting stuff. I never mind taking stuff out of what I have, but have a heart here. Other than that, I'm just always here to help.
My turn.
Alright, well,
Mark, or you can go.
I am Ruski Botsky. I'm the Lala standing up there on the podium. I host every Thursday night Ruski's Retro Rumble. It's at 7 and 9:30 p.m. Central Time. What we do is we go into all the old raids like the Binding Coil of Bahamut, all the Alexanders, all the Omegas, and we not only unlock them, but we run you through the regulars and the savages, try and get you all mounts, minions, things like that, let you see some old content. I also just randomly put together Titania and Innocence, as well as E1S, farms, learning parties, everything. I'm always down to raid, always down to help, so if you see me on and you want to just run something, send me a message. I'm always down to heal, tank, doesn't matter, just hit me up.
You can go, Sylvie.
Okay.
Waiting.
Hi,
waiting.
I'm Sylvie. I'm the cute Lala in between the two founders, Saturn and Warden. I grow shards for the FC. If anyone wants to become a crafter or is a crafter and feels they need some shards, feel free to ask anyone who can access the FC chest, which is on our garden above, and they'll be happy to get you some shards. I'll refresh them later. Also, if you participate in any contests, there's a good chance I'm one of its judges. And that's it for now.
Any other officers from the Mortal Sword here tonight?
Not that I see.
Okay.
Did nature break?
I see Nate Trip on stage.
Oh. Maybe his mic is not working.
If nature's not there, basically nature does does the hunt.
Oh, he's in here. It
And
looks
a hell
like.
of a lot of seals.
Nature, can you hear us?
Nature.
He's in
Poke,
Discord.
poke.
He fell
Nature's
asleep.
off.
Sometimes his mic and stuff in Discord isn't always. It's not on. But yes, he is in charge of the hunts and so on. So if you have any questions about the hunt stuff, and other than that, if there's no other Mortal Sword officers, I'll go ahead with the rest of the meeting. So there's some new faces that are here at this meeting, and I just want to go over a brief introduction of how we have our FC set up. So we have 4 different FCs that make up Sword, and those are our sister FCs that also operate under me. We have the Mortal Sword, which is us. That's the original guild. And then the Immortal Sword was the second one created. The Eternal Sword was the third one created. And then the Temporal Sword was the last one created. And we did that whenever back when the Crystal Data Center became a thing. At one time, we were on the Primal Data Center. Primal Data Center had a bunch more, several more servers on it, and so whenever Square Enix decided to move us over to the new data center, a lot of the demographic was predicted and forecasted to change with rating, especially. And so, whenever things ended up coming out, whether it be on Reddit or in the news or statistics about what kind of new demographic that we were going to be, we wanted to make sure that we would never go without in Party Finder, and that we would always have people to be able to party with, find map parties with, and do the things that we'd always historically done in Sword. So we got really big, and we ended up growing to be about 512 people, which was a lot. And it was, as you can imagine, really claustrophobic. And it wasn't that fun to be in the FC chat because it was just so many people. So we decided to split off into separate guilds so that we could retain our individuality and feel more comfortable speaking in the FC chat. So the Mortal Sword is the biggest one out of the 4, and if you like bigger ones, then this one is definitely the one for you. Even though we still aren't that big as the Mortal Sword, we only have like a little over 300 total, but it is the biggest one out of the 4. And then the other ones, they have less, anywhere between like 150 to 200 and something people, but they all range anywhere between about 25 to 65 so people online, and across the board, across all FCs on a good Saturday night, we can have anywhere between 95 to 150 people online, that are across all 4 FCs. So we do have a link shell that's usually full. We typically add level 80s to it that are looking to find subs for raids or in-game content, just because it's easier across all the different swords. And some of the people are commenting in chat saying only 300, and Carmina says Miss Saturn's been busy. So yeah, I do sporadically do the majority of the recruiting, although some of the officers have helped me on occasion with recruiting, but I'm usually the one that does the majority of it. If anybody is looking to join or you have a friend that would like to know more information, they can definitely message me and I'd be happy to give them a tour, answer any questions that they have, or let them know about the things that we have in the FC. So, um, as far as the different FCs go, they each have a mansion apiece and they're fully stocked with crystal shards, clusters, stuff to dye your chocobo, all that jazz. They all have their own officers as well, which some of them come to all the meetings if they have the time, but they're not required to. And also, you may notice in the Discord, which is shared by all the FCs, that some of the officers from the other sister guilds may host events for everybody across all sorts since we're all under the same umbrella. This gave the ability when we created the sister guilds to be able to promote people to leadership positions in the guild that they may not have had otherwise had we all been in one FC. The other thing also that I have is that I have 4 different characters. So like I actually have 4 different accounts, so I can be logged in simultaneously to all of the SCs at the same time and monitor chat. If you notice that I'm AFK sometimes on this character that I'm on, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's probably because I'm on another character in another sister FC that I'm helping with or talking to, or my attention's elsewhere. So if you ever feel like you can't get a hold of me, just message me in Discord. And Discord is the best way to get a hold of me since I have it on my phone and I have it on my PC, and it's just always, right there for me. So, see here. So some reminders that we do in the FC for anybody that's new. We do offer crystal shards and clusters to people looking to level their crafters, which has obviously become a very popular thing nowadays with, the new crafting improvements and the project that everybody's been doing. So if you do need crystal shards and clusters, let us know and we can get it out for you. We can get some out for you to help out. We also offer free chocobo coloring. So if you are new or you've just never colored your chocobo and would like to color your company chocobo, we can give you the fruit to dye it. And there is listed under game guides in the Discord a place that will show you how to dye it. Basically, how to dye it and the order to dye it and what fruit that you need in order to change it to a different color. Clandestine says, "Stay desert yellow. Keep your chocobo pure at heart." So yes.
If you want to die.
Just 1 minute here. I'm looking through. Okay. We also have sometimes we have quarterly, we have an FC room decorating contest. So it's not something that we do every month because housing items can be expensive. A lot of them can be, especially the really cool ones. So because of that, we thought it would be too much to ask every month to have a FC room decorating contest. But every so often, either biannually or, every 6 months or so, or quarterly, we'll have a FC room decorating contest, and we'll go through and we'll just like have a panel of judges similar to how we do the glam contest. The last FC room decorating contest we had was business theme, so whoever matched the theme the most, whoever was, the funniest, and different kinds of themes that would be posted. If you can't afford a room in the FC house, it is 300k gil, and we can buy a room for you in the FC house if you can't afford it. We ask that you try to afford it yourself first, but we also don't want you to miss out on an FC room decorating contest event. So if for some reason that you're unable to buy a room in the FC house and you want to participate should that event go out, just know that we can help you with that if need be. Other things to note is that you do have to be a second lieutenant with your grand company in order to unlock housing, which allows you to buy a room in the FC house. So if you don't know how to do that or anything, you can always ask an FC chat. There's a lot of people who know, what the best way is to level grand company seals in order to get your rank up so you can unlock housing. And another thing that was a misconception that was brought up a while back is some people thought that if they had a room in the FC house, they couldn't buy a house in the game. That's not the case. You can actually own a house outside of the FC, and I think you can also buy a room, an apartment room, and also
Yes.
a room in the FC house. Yeah.
You
So
can
you
have an FC room, an apartment, a house, and then a shared house as well.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, you don't have to demolish a room in the FC house just because you want to go out and buy a house. You can still keep it and still buy a house. So, just letting everybody know that. We do provide buffs for everybody during every day. So, there is a buff schedule that we follow so that you can try to plan your crafting or your Grand Company seal grinding or what have you around that. If you look in the Discord and go under the Mortal Sword category, underneath the Mortal Sword category, which is right below this voice chat, you will see Bulletin Board. Bulletin Board, you click under pinned messages and scroll down to the bottom. Hug a Cactus, one of the officers here in the Mortal Sword, has posted a buff schedule that we follow every day. So we always keep Heat of the Battle up. At least Heat of the Battle 2 or 3 will always be up. And then the secondary buff will be listed in the buff schedule. So, for example, we have, Fridays are jackpot, Saturdays gathering, Sundays crafting, etc. So if you're looking to plan your crafting gathering, going to the golden saucer, Friday would be the day for the golden saucer, etc. If you would like to get buffs from the guild for the secondary buffs. The other thing to note is that Heat of the Battle or any of the grade 3 buffs that go up, which give increases, the highest increase to any of the items listed, whether it be Grand Company Seals, Gathering, Crafting, or Experience, is a buff that's created in the FC every 70 hours. So we're not able to have it up all the time every day sometimes, since we have to make it every 70 hours. And anyway, as a result, just know that that's why we don't always have grade 3 buffs up 24/7. Okay, so we also have a lot of things in the Discord. I know it can be overwhelming for new people when you join, and maybe over time we can look for a more consolidated way of doing it. But for the time being, this has worked for us. So we have a lot of different interests, some of which are more niche in nature, and they may be a request only channel. And then other channels are public channels. So a few of the request only channels that we do have for reference is also listed in the announcements tab. If you scroll up under the welcome mat and you look under announcements, you can find a list of all the request only channels. So we do have a NSFW channel that's request only. If you want to be added to that or any of the channels I'm about to mention, you do have to ask an officer to be added manually. It's not something that's just public. We have an I cannot say NSFS channel, which is, we call it or refer to it as Not Safe for Snowflakes meme channel. So it is a meme channel, but it's not for the light of heart. Sometimes some of the memes can be explicit in nature. So that's why we make it request only. We also have a Powder Puff channel, which is for in real life gamer girls. That if we want to connect, and some of the girls, sometimes we talk about our girly stuff on occasion or post pictures of our significant others or doggos or whatever. So it's kind of similar to the real world chat, but it's just for girls. And then we also have an LGBT channel for other people who are wishing to connect with other LGBT members in the guild, and that's called Sword Pride, which is request only. We also have Mad World, which is like a mental health chat to find a place to support when you're having a tough time, having a bad day, you just want to vent about it to somebody, and that is also request only. And then those are the main ones. So we've tried other ones in the past, but some of them don't get as much traction, so they may be being retired. We have a public channel right now as well called Las Espadas, which means swords in Spanish. So if you're a native Spanish speaker or you're just looking to want to talk Spanish to other Spanish speakers, you can there. And sometimes they'll run Spanish only POTD or HOH events, and it's really fun. And they're all really nice, like to talk to. I know I try to practice Spanish sometimes. I'm nervous about it, but Guario and Mickey and Nine Lives are like really, really active in there, and so they are always talking. And so if you ever want to talk in Las Espadas, it is an open public chat. And that chat has also been open to non-FC members too that are on the server. So if you have Spanish-speaking friends that's looking for other Spanish speakers on the server, we've opened that chat up to even non-FC Spanish speakers as well. So Zell isn't here right now. Perry, do you want to talk about the Twitch stuff? Because you stream a lot. Like
Yeah.
Zell normally does? Okay.
Yeah, sure. So we have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/swordfc. We stream a wide variety of FC events there, including learning parties, the Glam contest, these meetings that we're doing right here, and various other events as well. If you are interested in streaming, you can contact Zell when he's back. He is Saturn's secretary and is the administrator for setting all that stuff up. If you have a Twitch Prime subscription that you're not using on any other channel, we would very much appreciate it if you used it on the FC channel, because it is the primary way how we fund a lot of our FC Mog Station prizes and whatnot. So please subscribe if you can, and we would very much appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
We also have a YouTube channel where random things get posted every now and then, like our more recent Lalafell flash mob, with just highlights so you don't have to watch the whole thing over again if you just want to see things that may have happened that were eventful.
Yeah, that was really nice of you to do too, Sarah, because the Lala Flash Mob, it's usually a quarterly event, and it is where we all Fantasia or we come on our Lala alts or our Lala mains, and we run through the streets of Limsa and all the major cities, and we scream out hashtag Potato Lives Matter, you'll never mash us alive, and we chase around the potato farmer, which is played by Warden, and he either chases us or we chase him, and it was a really, really fun time. Everybody was laughing, and we usually do it for about an hour or so. So we actually ended up doing a mini game at the end of this Lala Flash Mob where we did Simon Says, and it was pretty fun. Like, we wanted to just try something out, and we were all in Limsa and we were doing Simon Says, and Joe Lyons donated a bunch of really good prizes as well for that. So anyway, it's a really good time, and Sarah made a really good highlight video. Like he said, it's almost pretty much an hour worth of the event, but he just highlighted a lot of the funnier moments so that you don't have to scroll through the whole thing. So
I think I got it down to 20 minutes, which was a challenge.
Yeah, there's
That
a
is
lot
the
of
most fun event I've ever been to.
yes. A lot of people like the Lala Flash Mob. So Sarah did post it. I believe you posted it in the announcements, correct?
I did.
Yeah. So if you scroll up through a couple of the previous events, he posted it actually on Christmas Day. He posted the Lala Flash Mob. So
it was rendering Christmas Eve. It took freaking 2 hours, so I just went to bed.
Yeah. So if you want to watch that, it is there. Okay. So we have a lot of events that we do, and I'll let some of those officers talk about their specific events that are here in the channel, but I'll go ahead and explain a couple of the events, the general events. So one of the things that Tech and I have been doing every Tuesday, so we have Tech's Trivia Tuesdays. I'll let him talk about that.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Text Review Tuesday, every Tuesday. We do it 7 Central Time. Everybody comes out to one of the FC houses. I just kind of pick whichever one, like an hour or so before we meet. Anybody from the FCs is welcome to come. We do 10 questions. The genres range from something in the game to animals. We've done stuff for like some of the holiday season things. So you never know what it's going to be. And I'm never going to tell anybody until like a couple hours beforehand. So it makes it interesting. Come out, do 10 questions. Person who has the most questions and answer correctly wins some gil, first, second, third. If we have some ties, then we just do a /random roll to see who events for which ones. So just a cool way to come out and meet some new people, or if you're new to the FC, just kind of get to know a few people. We get a lot of regulars. People always come, so it's a fun time. So yeah.
And so I've decided to start doing the human darts again. So we did human darts this past Tuesday on New Year's Eve. And I'm going to do it again this coming Tuesday. I'm hopefully going to be able to stick with it every Tuesday, but we'll see if the FC can afford it. So human darts is basically where we are the human darts and Tech is the human bullseye. So we'll find a cliff to fling ourselves off of onto him as the human bullseye, as the human dart, and whoever gets the closest will win a prize. The last time, I believe we gave out 250K per person, and there were 10 winners. So in the event of a tie, we did slash random for anybody who was landing on top of him at the same time. This was the funniest thing that happened last time, I will say. There was someone from I think she's in the Mortal Sword, Mercadia, and
Immortal.
yeah, she's an immortal. That's what I thought. She plays a Lala, and he was in one of the places where it was like in between Costa del Sol, one of the little huts or whatever. Everybody jumps off and they start to slowly spread out, and there's just like a few people, and there's like two big auras or like bigger type people that are on top of him that look like they are going to roll off. And then all of a sudden, you see this little Lala just hopping up in between all the avatars, and we thought we'd named a winner. We're like, well, this person's the winner. Thanks for that's all. And she just hops out of nowhere as if just to appear out of the bottom of all these avatars, and it was the funniest thing. So anyway, I just had to mention that because it had me cracking up the entire time. But anyway, so if you want to come out for text trivia and human darts, they're ran back to back. So his will start at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays Central Time, and then mine will just be following his event. So usually around 7:30, but like it just depends on how many people shows up to his trivia event and how long it takes us to tally up who wins. But his prizes, like you mentioned, is 1 million gil for first, 750K for second prize, and 250K for third prize. And then we switch the locations of where we're doing it as well. So it's not always going to be at the same FC house. And then 250K prizes as of right now is what we're handing out for the human darts with a total of 10 winners. And it's extremely easy. Both of them are very easy ways to win, especially if you know like the trivia too. We've been doing more like Halloween or Thanksgiving or Christmas and New Year's type trivia because it's the holidays, but we'll start doing other things later. Anyway, so we have some other events too. Hugga, did you want to talk about maps?
Sure.
Okay.
Maps are quite easy. Nice, easy way to make some gil. Basically, you get a map. You can either gather it with a gatherer, or you can buy one off the market board. I suggest server hopping if you're going to do that to find a good price. Then you need to decipher the map, which you get from the quest in Wineport called Treasures and Tribulations that unlocks the ability to decipher it and dig. Then you, once you decipher a map, you get a little cutout of a main area map, and you have to find out where that map piece is on the big map, and at the red X, that's where the treasure chest is. You go there, you dig. When you go to open the treasure chest, some mobs will spawn. You kill the mobs, you open the chest, you get loot. Now, some maps, Dragon Skin, Gazelle Skin, and Zoner Skin can spawn portals, which open up to a dungeon where you can get even more loot and gil, and it's a lot of fun. It is.
Yes. It's also a really great way to make money, and it doesn't take, you know, any sort of extreme effort or anything to do much unlocking or anything like that. So, if you also don't have places unlocked with flying, there's a lot of people that go on these map parties that have dual seater or 4-seater mounts. So, there shouldn't be any shortage of people being able to ferry you or Uber you around.
Yep, I have the car, so I
Okay.
always want to carry people around.
We also have mount farming as well. Vice, did you want to talk about that?
Yeah. All right. So every Sunday we do a mount farm. My mount farm consists of the Realm Reborn and the Heavens Ward mounts. If you guys don't know, the extreme versions of all of the primal fights have a chance, a sort of low chance. I think it's like 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5, something like that. Low chance of giving you a mount. The Realm Reborn ones is a different colored pony, and the Heaven's Ward ones are different colored birds. If you collect all 7 of them, you get a special mount for doing it. So we run this little mount farm every Sunday to help people out with that. To keep it kind of fair and do the ones that people actually need instead of just kind of doing a rotation of them, we take votes on Discord for them. It's under the Mount Farm Announcements channel. You can usually see like a little picture that I made that goes along with it too to make it stand out a little bit more. But just vote on whichever ones you want to run. I usually put up the post either Thursday night, Friday morning, and then call the winner on Saturday. And then Sunday, it's 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then 9 p.m. Eastern time. We do 2 runs. The first one this week is Sephiroth, and the second one this week is Zervan. There's openings for both of them, as a matter of fact, if anyone wants to sign up. I think that's really it there. There is for the people who are interested, there is a dog farm that Yukina also runs. She does that on Mondays, I believe.
Yes, Mondays. 6 p.m. is the first run, and then 6 and then 9.
For the most part, for mine, prior experience isn't really all that required because they're all pretty easy to unsync, except for really Sephiroth. But I know for those 71s, you want to have a little prior experience with the fights for sure.
I can work with no experience. Just please, the only thing I ask is that you watch a video on certain ones.
Yes.
And just to clarify, Carmina asked, is it Eastern time or Central time? The times you were saying. The time you said 6 and 9, or what have
It's
you?
Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Eastern for mine as well. I don't know if I said or not.
You can also use $CAL as the calendar, which has the times listed. The times on the calendar is Central time, though, which is listed in the bottom right-hand corner. That tells you it's Central time.
Yeah, mine should be on there.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think that's everything as far as mounts are concerned, though.
Yeah. Well, since you're here, Yukina, do you want to talk about the lottery?
Sure. So, Lotto is run every 2 weeks. What you do is you will put a donation into the FC chest, depending on how many tickets you would like to purchase. It's 50k gil for 1 ticket, 200k for 5, and 300k for 10 tickets, with no limit for you guys on any kind of ticket cap, I should say. So get your tickets in. I will be doing. You have until midnight tonight, actually, to get your tickets in, because that is the cutoff for getting them in. And then tomorrow I'll be doing a random roll, depending on how many tickets are there, on Discord, depending on how many tickets, and it's pretty much luck of the roll as to if you get a prize or not. Last I checked, which was back on Thursday, you guys were at 850k gil for the jackpot amount. So
I think that there was a little bit more put in there as a
Oh,
first. I think that Bolin, but someone was making some work.
Yeah, Bolin was doing some work, which I have to give him a hand for that one, because oh yeah, a little pat on the back there, and see. But I'll be doing a tally tomorrow, and that's when all the rolls are done. But yeah, it's every 2 weeks. So if you don't make it in this week, there'll be another chance in about 2 weeks. So
Thanks.
So do I need to go buy some tickets?
no, Werehawk, you do not. God damn!
She's like,
Oh,
okay,
the headache
um,
that caused last time.
So, but we do appreciate your donations, Warhawk, by the way. um, okay, so we also have some other things. We typically have a monthly glam contest. It's to be announced when the next one for January will be, but there is a theme, and it is a lot of fun. We give out different prizes. We have a panel of judges as well, and everybody gets to strut their stuff up on stage. Sometimes we also explain like why we chose that outfit, or people will throw in different charades and whatnot with little props or minions if it goes along with their outfit. I know one time Kamed dressed up as Curious George, and he had it was a really good costume, and he had a little monkey and everything with him as a minion, and it was really awesome. And
He
there's
was
so
the man in the yellow hat, actually.
yes, he was the man. Yes, he was the man in the yellow hat, and he had Curious George. I mean, so, but anyway, there's a lot of really creative costumes, and they're really funny. So if you ever want to come to a glam contest, then just be on the lookout. We typically post it in the announcements channel. We also, yep.
I was gonna say, I gotta say, like Glam Contest, that was my introduction to this free company. If any of you guys are new to this free company, I highly suggest coming. They are a lot of fun, and you don't have to really put much effort into it.
Yeah, it's just having a good time, like wearing stuff you already probably have. And you know, the more you put into it, the more character you have, the emotes and the kissing the audience and all that. It just makes it even funnier.
Oh my god, some of the intricacy that people have put into theirs.
It's really good. So,
The past holiday one where everyone was trying to freaking get into Kamed's pants was freaking hysterical.
yes.
Oh my god.
We have a couple other events. So some of the events that we've had are there might have been like some breaks or hiatus on a few of them just because of the holidays. So some of those may be picking back up. Just check the calendar. I know like the weekly POTD took a little bit of a break over the holidays, but that I think should still be picking up again soon. And then I think Boozy was doing her Where in the World, and that was over the holidays taking a break too, but that might be coming back out again soon. So anyway, if you ever want to know about events, check the announcements tab or check the individual announcements for mount farming maps or raids. We do have a lot of raiding events lately just because it's the lull right before the new tier comes out. So we have Hades Extreme learning parties. We were doing E1S learning parties, but Lavina has switched those to E2S learning parties starting this week because there's just been more interest in E2S than E1S. So, but like we have a lot of people in the guild that are willing to teach, and a lot of people in the guild that are willing to give you advice or questions or help get a party together. So if you have any questions about getting into raiding, you can direct those to me, or you can ask an officer, and they can usually point you in the right place. And again, those are also listed on the calendar as well. We have in the past historically had scavenger hunts. We've had talked about doing fate events. We just haven't got those started yet. We also still are continuing to do our monthly Caught Being Good award. So if somebody notices another person in the guild being good and kind and going out of their way to go above and beyond, they'll be entered into a drawing that they can win up to 1 million gil for just being nice to other people and just, you know, going out of their way to do good deeds. So it's called the Caught Being Good award. Let an officer know or let me know and who they are and what they did for you or for someone else if you notice them doing it to someone else, and they can be entered to win that. We also have like Akane mentioned, the screenshot contest, the LOL flash mob. Eventually, every now and then we'll have a 1v1 at Wolfson for PvP, but we don't really have a lot of PvP going on right now. There just hadn't seemed to be a lot of participation, but every now and then we'll have a 1v1 like tourney style PvP event. So that may eventually be announced again, depending on if we have somebody that can run those. We also have several statics in the guild. So I know right now it seems like that we have a shortage of melee DPS for statics. So a couple statics were looking for melee DPS fills. So if you are a melee DPS and you like to raid, look under the general raid chat. There's a bunch of people looking for them down there. So let me make sure I didn't forget anything else before I go into the promotions. I think we covered everything. Is there anything else the other officers want to talk about before I go to the promotions?
We did have someone ask about Comed's games, and yes, they are still running.
Oh, right. Yeah, Comed's normally here. It's so
Yeah, I
weird
know.
without him being here.
Right?
Yeah.
It was weird.
So, yeah, Komed also has his mini games in Discord. So if you look in the Discord under in game, the category in game, and you look under parkour challenge, time attack, and he also has hide and seek with Komed. Where in the world for Boozies is also listed under the in-game mini games. These are really easy ways to make money too. So the hide and seek with Komed, he'll post a picture of a spot where he's hiding. And once you find the location, you'll post a picture of yourself in that same location and pick a number between 1 through 999. He will roll every Saturday is the deadline for the cutoff for those mini games, and whoever is the closest to the number that he rolls ends up winning. The winner will get 1,000,000 gil, and they get to choose to pick the next spot for the hiding place. And then he will pin the location. The current location will always be pinned in that channel. So, like right now, he has it pinned. There's a lot of people that end up going there, and you can make a lot of money. Like you win 1,000,000 gil every week if you happen to win. So that's super easy, and you don't have to come on a specific day or sign up or show up at a specific time. You can just do it at your leisure once a week. And so again, that's under hide and seek with Komed. And then we also have the parkour challenge. And so the parkour challenge is where it's very similar. He takes a picture of a place that's kind of like hard to get to. And then you also have to get up on top of a mountain or on top of a place, basically somewhere that's like parkour, like hard to get to. And he will give you the coordinates to get there. And then you have to take a picture where he's standing. And then pick the number 1 through 999, same thing. Only people in the FC that he has listed are eligible. So he said this prize will be 1,000,000 gil. He'll roll. It's the same thing. So under the calendar, we have the deadlines listed, and the deadlines are listed for each of his mini games. But again, easy way to win 1,000,000 gil from the guild. So there's that. And then time attack was the last one, and time attack is just where you have to play the dungeon unsynced and solo it to try to beat the time posted. So whoever gets the fastest time to unsync and clear the dungeon, you post a screenshot of your time with the number and stuff. And if you beat the time, you go ahead and you take a screenshot and post in there.
You also, just for participating, get to roll as well, just like you would for his time attack or his hide and seek or his parkour one. So there's technically 2 chances to win on that one.
Yeah, so these are all like a lot of gills that we're giving out. Like literally, like you can make tons of gil just by playing mini games and nothing else. Like you could just go hide and seek, time attack, parkour. That's 3,000,000 gil a week. Not to mention 1,000,000 gil from text trivia, and you could get the human bullseye every single time and win 250 gil each time that you get a thing every single week. So
And
if
also,
you do
if you post the best time, it pisses off Jay, which I love to do.
And if you end up, you could win another 1,000,000 gil just by being a good person and being nominated for Caught Being Good. So, anyway, we give out a lot of stuff. So there's no reason not to participate if you happen to have the time, because you could end up winning a lot of stuff, a lot of money. Okay. Any other things that I forgot before I move on to the promotions?
I think you're good.
Okay. So we have 3 promotions right now. But if you're not promoted at this meeting, it's not to say that we won't promote you at the next one. Our brains are a little fuzzy after the holidays, so forgive us if we missed anything that we didn't go over or what have you. It's just been a crazy holiday. So for
I don't know
everybody,
about you
thanks.
guys, family fried my brain.
Oh yeah, so Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's was awful. So bear with us if we forgot anything. We apologize. You can always message an officer too, and we can go over anything or let you know whatever we missed. So the first promotion that we want to do is for an honor guard promotion. This person is very, very friendly in the guild, and they stand outside all the time of the FC house, and they're always greeting people as they come. I'm not sure if they're actually online right now, but we are going to go ahead and promote them regardless. But yes, they end up always greeting people, and they're always down to help people. They've run dungeons before. They've given great ideas. They always pitch in to help out if needed, and so we want to promote Nocturne to honor guard.
Congratulations.
And Warden, can you promote them as I'm in Discord and in game as I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
I can get one of them if you want, Warden.
Yeah, if you can get the Discord side, that'd be good, because sorting through the FC list in game sucks.
The other person that we want to promote to honor guard is also really active during the daytime a lot. He's always down to help newbies, and I like, that it's very nice to have a lot more active people on during the day as well. And he's been in the guild for quite some time now. So if you are on in the evenings, you may not see him as often because I think he's on a lot more during the daytime. But overall, he is still definitely someone that we want to thank for being so active and helpful in the guild. So we would also like to promote Alan Nay. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, to honor guard. And I don't know if he's online either, but
That's how I always pronounced it.
yeah, Alan Nay to honor guard.
Woo! Congrats.
Woohoo!
Congratulations.
And then we do have one other promotion actually that we are going to promote to officer.
Oh, there they are. They are here. I see them in the back.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay. We also
Alan
want
is already a...
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, somebody had said that they weren't yet, so I didn't know.
Well, double
congrats again.
congratulations.
Double congratulations. Woo, woo, woo.
They're a double.
Hold on. I think we have to make a new rank now.
Okay.
Double honor guard.
So we have another
It's honor
promotion.
guard that has access.
Yeah. We also want to promote one other one. This is an officer promotion that we're going to do. So this person has been in the guild for, I don't even know, over 6 months maybe or more. I mean, he's been in the guild for a really long time. He took a real life break for a little bit and he came back and everything was completely changed, but that didn't stop him from jumping right in and joining a static and being a really big part of the guild and being helpful in FC chat and always trying to, give good advice. He's also an amazing scholar, so I have mad respect for him as well. So we would like to promote Eurus to officer.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Pew, 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 pew.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Now you get to stand up on stage with the rest of us.
Yeah, get up here.
No more giveaways.
So mute Eurus so he can have a acceptance speech. Shall
Yeah,
we?
you want to go ahead and say hello,
Yes.
Eurus?
You should be able to talk now.
Good morning. That's all I have to say.
A man of few words.
So,
And it's evening, not morning.
It's always morning.
So Eurus is also doing a new event that he's hosting called Unnecessarily Synced Encounters, or he uses the acronym USE. And so you might see some of his posts coming up for those events. Did you want to talk about that at all?
It's really just an event for people like me or similar that ended up taking a break after ARR or started playing later in the game, where to go back and experience the end game content in each expansion the way it was intended. Doing synced Extremes of Savages and eventually minimum item level runs. It's just to experience it rather than just cakewalk it.
Yep. So if you are interested in doing something like that, then definitely give him a message and he can answer your questions about when he'll be running that and any of the details or the requirements that are needed to start. Um, and that's also listed in the calendar as well. Okay. And then we are also going to do the prizes now. So for the prizes, like I said at the beginning, you do have to have been in the FC, or not the FC, sorry, I'm reading the chat. You have to be in the meeting from the beginning to the end, both in Discord and in game. And so if you will please turn your attention to the welcome mat, under welcome to sword, where the giveaway channel is, it's under the text channel called giveaways under welcome to sword. And it is the very first category in Discord. You should click on the giveaway channel. There is a confetti emoji. The giveaway will post the winners in 18 minutes and 25 seconds, it says. Some of the prizes include the Ufri horn. There's like an Elder's horn. There's flying chairs. There is $10 to $12 Mog Station credits, 1 million gil, 500k gil. So the 1 million gil is represented by the purple rose in the tab 1 of the prize box. The 500k gil is represented by the yellow rose in the prize box. And then the red roses are representative of a Mog Station credit that we will give you a code of whatever you choose, around $10 or $12 or so. And so if you are wanting to try to win, it is only for the mortal sword. If you are someone from another one of the sister sword guilds, your meeting either has already passed on Friday if you're in Eternal, or it is yet to be done later tonight for Temporal at 9 Central, or tomorrow at 7 p.m. is Immortals. So this specific meeting is for the Mortal Sword members only, and that is the prizes is listed in the picture that Warden posted. So make sure that you're clicking on the confetti emoji. That way it will automatically roll a random giveaway. So how do you claim your prize? You need to message an officer. If you were just like a few minutes late at the very beginning where the introductions are, that's fine, King. But like if if you came after the introductions of the officers, then you don't roll. So in order to claim your prize, then you need to message an officer that is online in the game that is in your guild and ask them to get whatever prize that you choose out of it. Now, this is first come first serve. So because it's first come first serve, that means that whatever prize that you told the person to get out for you may or may not be there by the time that they get it out for you. So if you would like to prepare your thing ahead of time, you can. Like if you message an officer and say like, if I win, this is what I want. Like I've had people do that before. Especially if you're on PlayStation, like you can say like, if I win, this is what I want or whatever. But it will ping the people and say who the winners are, and then after you are pinged in the giveaway channel, message an officer and just say, this is what I want. If it's already taken, this is my next pick, or something like that. And then they will go ahead and they will get it out. Oh, ooh. Yes, ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, well, we'll just Warden, just edit the yellow rose. Just edit the yellow rose one instead of 500k. The yellow rose will signify you said a glamour outfit of their choice up to on the Mog Station, right? Ooh.
It's any outfit. No price restriction, just an outfit though.
Okay, an outfit off the Mog Station. So, Warden, if you can edit the yellow rose.
But Saturn, 500k.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Oh,
so
I
he
updated.
updated the key. Sorry about that. He updated the key. So yellow rose is a Mog Station outfit of any that you want. And so again, those are just placeholders because obviously we can't, have any other way to signify those types of prizes. So first come, first serve. Once those are gone, it's gone. That's all there is. Also, like lower in the prize box, there's a Night Pegasus whistle that is not part of this giveaway. So it's not part of the picture either, but I was just letting everybody know that it is not part of this giveaway. So the stuff above though is part of the giveaway in the picture listed. And you have to click on the confetti and message an officer in game. If you message them on Discord, they may or not be in game. They may not be able to get it for you in a timely manner. Okay, so it is now 8 p.m. Central Time, so we'll go ahead and conclude the meeting. I have to get ready for a Temporal Swords meeting in an hour. And other than that, thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you next month at the next meeting.
Yay.
Bye.
Yay. Thanks for coming.
Saturn.
Yay.
Time to
Hey,
say
Saturn.
goodbye. I think